In relationships, everyone's always so focused on how do we become together as one, right? Move as one unit, build this union, right? All that kind of talk. And that's exactly what the goal should be. Absolutely. But that logic seems to go out the window, right? Go right out the door, if you will, whenever it comes to conflict and issues in the relationships, right? If people truly believed in that coming together as one analogy, then there'd be a lot less issues that fester and just simmer in relationships. It wouldn't mean that you wouldn't experience issues, right? You're going to have setbacks, you're going to have bumps in the roads because you're still two minds trying to operate as one, going the same direction on the same page, right? But you still are two different minds. So you're going to have arguments. You're going to have, or I'll say disagreements, right? You shouldn't get to a space of arguing, but that happens too, right? Emotions run high sometimes. You're going to have conflict. But if you're actually operating in your relationship and keeping a perspective of us coming together as one, then that means you start seeing your partner as an extension of you. See, so many people don't do that. Yeah, their partner's like, oh, you're my person and you're my one person until your partner's getting on your nerves, until your partner's done something that is offensive to you, until your partner's doing something that goes against a belief system you have, and you guys are butting heads now, right? Now it becomes you and then them. But if you kept more of a perspective of, my partner is literally an extension of me. They are me in a different version or whatever, right? They are a part of me. When you start seeing it that way, then that huge issue you have with your partner, that, habit they have that you don't like, or that way they talk to you that you don't appreciate, or maybe the way they don't consider you with certain things, whatever it is, becomes something for you to try to pour nurture into, right? Figure out how can you help that part of yourself towards that sore spot, right? That void area, instead of condemning it and criticizing it. So the question starts morphing into, whatever the pain point area is with my partner, this extension of me, what can I do to help me, right? What can I do to go pour love, nurture, support, something to work through the obstacle that the extension of me is having? Because me helping my partner, the extension of me, right, do better, be better, or get to a place of understanding means I'm getting to a place of understanding with this extended part of myself. With myself, right? I'm becoming whole because my partner is a part of me in this unit. We're trying to move together as one. And what it does is it takes you out of the defensive mentality, right? The me against them mentality, to where I got to stick up for myself because my partner is not, and vice versa. And it puts you into more of the empathetic mentality, to where you're more concerning towards why your partner's struggling with this obstacle, or why they're doing the things they're doing that even upsets you, or you don't feel as, healthy or right or considerate of you. You become more curious and want to understand and how to learn how to work through it instead of condemning and attacking your partner for it, right? Because why would you ever go and attack a part of yourself, the extension of yourself? Why would you go attack that? You wouldn't, right? You would try to understand and try to figure out how to work with that part of yourself, because because you are you, that if you are doing something that's out of character, whatever the case is, it's because there's something you're struggling with that you need, because you don't want to be some bad guy. That's not your intent. That's not your goal. It's no one's goal. Our partner is just like us. They're a human being just like you are. They don't desire to be a part of the issue, right? They desire to be a part of the solution, but they may be going through something that's making it difficult to be a part of that. Because if you spend more time defending yourself and fighting for the justice that you deserve, instead of trying to understand, be empathetic, and nurture and help the equation, then you're going to put more fuel on the fire instead of putting it out. But truly looking through the lens at your partner of seeing them as an extension of yourself does so much justice for you, to stop seeing your partner as a problem, which is what often happens, right? We are so upset and we're so angered or whatever by whatever our partner is doing or not doing or what have you, so we start looking at them as the problem, the source to our pain. When instead of looking at what the actual problem is, your partner's not the problem, their actions are, or the things they're not doing are, right? Focus on that and work with them to get towards resolving that, right? That's how you truly treat your partner as an extension of yourself towards you guys being one, coming together as one, as a unit. Is this always going to be easy? Is it always going to be, rainbows and gumdrops when you do it? Are you going to be great at it? Does this mean always just like being a heel and being a whipping post while they're working through their issues, you just keep taking punishment? No, it doesn't mean that at all, right? Yes, it will be difficult. Yes, it's going to be trying on your patience at times, right? Yes, it's going to sometimes seem like it's not worth it because you're trying to be supportive and your partner's struggling to embrace it or whatever's going on, or vice versa, right? That's going to be a part of the equation, but it's no different than the things you've had to work through internally in your life, in your own vessel, as your own self, as a human being, right? We all have things we go through to where it's a struggle, but we keep at it. Why? Because you care about yourself enough, because you want the outcome enough, because at the end of the day, you do mean well. You do want what's best for yourself as well as you, as long as you know how to get it and what have you. So you never give up on yourself, right? You keep going, you keep pushing. You have to evaluate your partner the same way, as an extension of you, and offer the same grace, love, nurture, understanding, and effort. Now, that's obviously within reason, right? If you've done that consistently, right, which a lot of people don't do, so we can't even get to the part of the conversation I'm about to talk about right now, because not enough people are focused on their partner enough to see them as an extension of themselves and offer whatever they can to help their partner to be better, or to resolve whatever their obstacle is to be better for them in return, right? Those people don't even do that. And they start checking out or start saying, oh, I can't fix this, or I can't work with my partner. Well, before you even get to that space, because you haven't done your side of the equation to help the solution, right? But if you have consistently and long enough, then that's when we start transitioning into, all right, is my partner the one that's for me, right? Are they meant to cross the finish line with me? Are they the person that can do the job long term? Because maybe they've already proven they can do the job I need someone to do in my life for the here and the now, or for a period of time. But maybe we've come to learn they can't go the mile with me. They're not built to be a tenured, employee, if you will, right? And obviously, you don't ever want to see your partner as an employee. But with the analogy I'm going with, right, they maybe are not the person that can do that role as long as you need them to. And that's okay if you come to that conclusion. But you'll find more often than not, whenever you actually do approach it with they're an extension of me mentality, and you truly try to service the situation instead of fighting the situation or standing up for yourself, you stand up for both of you collectively. That's what the focus is, right? You'll notice more often than not that you'll start to bring more resolve and work through things and get back to the harmonious space. Now, obviously, your partner needs to take this mentality too, this approach as well, but be the example first. So oftentimes we're reacting to each other. So be the example that sets the tone that your partner wants to follow, if nothing else. And I'll say that last statement is most important to men in a relationship. For people, period, man or woman, doesn't matter. But as men, we come to lead in our relationships if we're masculine men with a feminine woman, right? And so I'm saying this more so to the men in that regard, because how you show up, your woman's 9 out of 10 chances going to follow. Your woman is usually going to be a reflection of what you project and put out there, the tone you set, the way you lead. So where, yes, this is a responsibility of both partners to try to be the example, right? Take the first step if your partner's not. But for a man particularly, you should be leading in a way to where you are looking to set that example on your own first and foremost. If you need help moving together as one in your relationship, email or DM me the word coaching and we'll get to work, as long as you're truly ready to put the work in. If you're not ready for one-on-one coaching, don't have the time or the space for it, email or DM me the word revival so you can join my Relationship Revival Hub community, to where you can take my relationship renewal course that teaches you the same things I teach my clients one-on-one at your own pace on your own time. But in any case, get in the race. Let's get it.